Generally, everyone knows Hong Kong as a shopper's paradise. It also has a reputation for being the central meeting point for many travellers not only from Asia but around the world as well. Formerly a trading port under British rule, Hong Kong today is a bustling metropolitan city of 7 million people. Out of these, 220,000 of them are Muslim. 13.6% of them are Chinese Muslim, while the rest come from all over the world, such as the Middle East, Pakistan, India, Malaysia and Africa, making Hong Kong a veritable melting pot of immigrants. With influences from so many cultures and practices, it will be interesting to witness how Ramadan has changed for both these immigrants and native Hong Kong residents. Stay tuned on Salam Ramadan, China. We're here at Kowloon Mosque, the biggest mosque in Hong Kong, situated at Jim Sa Tsui, a popular tourist spot. The Mufti and his assistant are inside right now. So let's find out what activities his mosque carries out during Ramadan.
Indeed, the Ramadan is very important month in the life of a Muslim and also in the Sharia of Islam. This is the only month that is mentioned in the Holy Book Quran. Shahru Ramadan alladhi unzila fihi al-Quran. This is the blessed month in which God has sent His last book, Al-Quran, and this is the month in which the fasting is made compulsory for every Muslim. And this is the month in which the Muslims are seen to perform the prayers collectively. And this is the month in which you can see the mosques are full with the prayers. And this is the month in which you see lot of charity amount is distributed among the poor people. This is the month in which the Holy Book Quran is recited in the mosque, in the homes. And this is the month in which the Muslims come together.
According to the Mufti, his Kowloon Mosque congregation is made up of many Muslims from different countries and races. There are approximately 30,000 Pakistani Muslims, 30,000 Chinese Muslims, as well as several Malaysian, African, Indian, and many more Muslims from all over the world. It's quite a major difference compared to the other mosques we've seen in China so far. It almost feels like we've stepped into another country. In Ramadan, the number of worshippers it sees doubles in comparison to other months. Hours before the breaking of fast, the hall at the centre is already lined with tables upon tables of food, ready for devotees to break their fast. According to the Imam here, they cater to about 2,000 Muslims every day. With today being Friday, the numbers are expected to swell even further. While we wait for the call to break fast, it's an opportune moment to speak to the other congregants here, most of whom are immigrants. We speak to them about how they celebrate Ramadan and whether adapting to Hong Kong's pace of life has affected it any.
We break fast at home, in the office, and we break fast also in the mosque. The atmosphere in the mosque is very unique. You know, they prepare special congee from morning to the evening. So nearly 2,500 people, they gather here, different nationalities. So you feel the atmosphere of Ramadan in the mosque.
Regarding Ramadan, if I compare here in Hong Kong and Pakistan, there's a difference in between, but I would say that the mosques here, yes, so many mosques are playing very good role to celebrate the Ramadan for the Muslims.
Ramadan, we are feeling same as we are at our own country, and once especially we are in the mosque, you know, that atmosphere is almost same as in our countries. So everybody is enjoying Ramadan here, and we are doing the prayers, regular prayers. We don't have any problems. I mean, what we can practice in our country, we can practice here.
One of the regular visitors to the mosque, the Arabi family. The Arabis are an Indian Muslim family from Malaysia who migrated to Hong Kong several years ago. Together with his wife and 2 children, they have lived here in Hong Kong for the past 20 years. We speak to his 20-year-old daughter, Nafisa, who tells us how Ramadan plays a major part in her life growing up in Hong Kong.
I do look forward to this month of the year mainly because of Hong Kong kind of life gets very materialistic. You're always on the run to get something. It's a very fast life here. So things starts to get materialistic, and as a Muslim, it's time of the year where I'd like to be more in connected with my spirituality.
The Arabis are one of the many immigrant families in Hong Kong. Despite their hectic lives, they still keep in touch with their faith in their own unique ways, especially during the month of Ramadan. Hong Kong is an interesting blend of attitudes from all over the world, and it's refreshing to hear differing viewpoints from Muslims of different backgrounds. Coming up next, we will travel to Wan Chai, where we'll witness foreign Muslims as they integrate and adapt their Ramadan practices into an unfamiliar environment. The 8-story tall Masjid Ammar and Osman Ramjuz Sadiq Islamic Centre is located in Wan Chai. This Islamic centre is unique as it houses different function spaces within, allowing for a wide variety of Islamic services to the Muslim residents here. We are here to meet Mr. Ma, Chairman of the Daqwa Committee, who has been in charge of the Islamic Centre's operations for the past 3 years. He tells us more about the Islamic Centre's activities during Ramadan.
We have a canteen with downstairs, and every day, all the brothers and sisters, they will come for iftar. Yeah. Normally, in the weekday, it's around 100 to 200. But the end of the week will be very crowded. Yeah, it is less than about 1,000. In the daytime, it's not very much. After iftar and after the office hour, they will all come together through the whole night.
How many people?
It's around 100.
On the second floor of the building, religious classes are being held. During Ramadan, these classes are held every day except Friday, which is a mandatory praying day for all Muslims. These children in particular are from Pakistan, and they come by immediately after school. It's 4 p.m. and classes are about to begin. Yet children aren't the only ones attending classes here. During Ramadan, classes for women are conducted as well on Tuesdays, Wednesdays and the weekend. This particular class caters to immigrant Muslims who not only attend to learn about Islam, but also as a support group.
Kebetulan saya kalau berkunjung ke Hong Kong pada bulan Ramadan saja. Nah, setiap Ramadan saya insya Allah datang ke sini, kemudian mengajar setiap hari, dari mulai hari Senin sampai hari Minggu. Di Hong Kong, sekalipun umat Islam, orang Islamnya hanya berjumlah sedikit, sekitar 120 ribuan, tetapi mereka punya kesempatan untuk melaksanakan ajaran Islam dengan baik dan terasa sekali suasana bulan Ramadan, terutama di Masjid Bancai, karena nanti pada saat berbuka kita buka bersama, makan semacam kurma, ada juga hidangan-hidangan tradisional seperti di Indonesia. Jadi suasana Ramadan di Indonesia sebetulnya terasa sekali dengan di Hong Kong ini.
According to Mr. Udin Kamiluden, the immigrants still retain their culture and religious practices here in Hong Kong. They also have no problem accessing their favourite traditional cuisines, especially during Ramadan. However, adapting to life in a foreign country is never easy, and it's no different for these women. Nevertheless, they still find ways to celebrate Ramadan, despite missing the Ramadan atmosphere of their home countries. In many ways, the Masjid Ammar and Osman Ramju Sadiq Islamic Centre is not just a mosque, but a community centre as well. For a fast-paced city like Hong Kong that has seen it change hands from British colonial rule to Chinese rule, it's truly remarkable that Islam has thrived so well here over the years. We speak to a long-time resident and local Hui Chinese, Mr. Ma, a 72-year-old volunteer at the mosque. He tells us about celebrating Ramadan in multicultural Hong Kong.
我就今年係72歲，就喺香港出生。而家咧，我已經係退咗休㗎啦 ，retire 嚟㗎。咁我咧就係多數都係為呢個社團啦去做下啲工作，嗰啲義工咁上下嘅。咁再喺呢個齋月嘅時間咧，我就同啲教包啊，咁咧就係收取一啲善款。係送去國內啲清真寺，係俾佢哋愛嚟做開齋飯啊，或者其他啲活動啊咁樣樣嘅。咁呢間屋咧就係我哋另外一位教包，咁佢咧就係因為開齋節嘅時間咧，就係俾我哋成班嘅 Muslim 咧可以喺呢度咧聚埋一齊咧就開齋。
Mr. Ma says that during Ramadan, all his fellow Muslim friends volunteer to have open house gatherings where they can work together to share administration works on events and also on zakat collections. They often take this opportunity to meet up with other fellow Muslims to strengthen their community's bond during the holy month. We see different ethnic groups in this gathering, which truly reflects the multicultural background of Hong Kong's Muslim community.
關於嗰啲沙吉咧，我哋齋月裏邊咧就係由開始封齋第一天到封齋最後嗰日嗰段時間咧就要繳出嚟㗎啦。咁以前咧就係平啲嘅，以前咧因為個生活水平冇咁高嘅時間咧係由10蚊又升到15蚊、20蚊，但係而家咧要30蚊啦。咁咧就係代替咧係俾啲米或者係肉啊或者餸啊咁樣去俾嗰啲窮人去使用。
According to Mr. Ma, there is a significant increase in zakat collection over the recent years as people are becoming more well off. Despite his advanced age, Mr. Ma is still very active in his community. Together with other senior Chinese Muslims, they dedicate themselves to volunteer works and make efforts to organise events for the rest of the community, such as gatherings and the collection and distribution of zakat. They are especially busy during the Ramadan period. Finally, we visit the Shelley Street Masjid. Built in 1890 and renovated in 1905. It's the oldest mosque in Hong Kong. Its age and historical significance has led the government to classify it as a heritage building. Yet, in keeping with the continually moving and changing Hong Kong, it has persisted till today and still holds sermons for local residents. The Shelley Street Mosque is symbolic of the changes in Ramadan over the years. Much like its older days, it receives Muslim travellers from all over the world to educate them in Islamic teachings. While there's no specific Muslim district like the Muslim quarters in Xi'an, there are still numerous shops catered towards Muslims around the mosque areas where Muslim residents may buy their goods. It's a quaint reminder that even though China isn't known as a Muslim country, it still manages to survive in its own way. It's next to the Shelley Street Mosque that we find our next destination, the Warung Malang Indonesian restaurant. Its owner, Mr. Nurali, tells us about his restaurant's operations during Ramadan.
Karena kita punya pelanggan, itu orang Cina pun juga ada yang mereka tak puasa. Dari anak-anak pembantu ada pula yang tidak puasa, juga makan ke sini. Juga ada orang dari Pakistan, dari Brunei, Malaysia, Singapura.
According to Mr. Nurali, their operating hours remain the same during Ramadan, from 10 a.m. till 10 p.m. Besides operating as a restaurant, they also have a prayer room in their bookstore located next to the restaurant. They also go to the nearby Indonesian consulate for prayer sessions.
Kita ada perkumpulan di sini namanya Dompet Du'afa. Itu yang disahkan oleh pemerintah Indonesia dan pemerintah Hong Kong. Itu ada license khusus. Di samping itu kita di Warung Malang juga mengumpulkan dana itu pun juga. Ya, kalau yang dari saya itu kita langsung kirim ke Indonesia untuk anak yatim, untuk orang jompo, untuk orang miskin, gitu. Untuk bencana alam kita sumbangin ke sana.
Mr. Nurali also runs the Zakat collection service here, where the collected donations are sent back to orphan homes and other institutions in Indonesia. As Mr. Nurali tells us about operation hours here, his wife is busy preparing dishes in the kitchen for fast breaking. The dishes are sumptuous traditional Indonesian cuisines, which not only satisfy their palates after a long day of fasting, but also act as a salve for their homesickness. Although it is late in the evening in Hong Kong, the city is brightened by colourful neon lights. It's a fitting reminder that even here, far off from what others would consider a proper Muslim nation, Ramadan still manages in its own way to shine brightly in China. Indeed, this journey has been a reminder that no matter where one is, or how rich or poor, old or young, the holy month still remains a significant event in every Muslim's mind.